have to start over if you don't stop. Don't have to start over if you don't stop.
We won't stop. What time is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Just keep running. Just keep running. I don't care. As long as I am up, I am moving forward. And that is the only thing that matters.
Don't have to start over if you don't stop. Don't have to start over if you don't stop.
We won't stop.
We won't stop.
It's raining rivers, turning cities into oceans. So like a shark, it's time we all just stay in motion. There's no time to sleep, we're always on the move. 'Cause in this time of times, we've got too much to prove. We don't stop.
You don't have to start over if you don't stop. You don't have to start over if you don't stop. You don't have to start over if you don't stop. We won't stop. We won't stop. We won't stop. A few days have passed since the visit from that weird bird lawyer, Heron Feathers Esquire. You all don't really know where or when or why you've been summoned to meet with the bishop.
I think we could find both of us at our office, not twiddling our thumbs, though. Although there might not be something in this current moment, there is energy, there's momentum. We're not twiddling, we're pacing. Or at least Mara is pacing.
Aubrey has pulled the Murphy bed down and is sitting on the edge of the Murphy bed, just kind of bouncing on the springs to stay energized, to stay moving, to get focused. But it's really blocking Mara's pacing route.
So it's like very like unrelenting pacing pace that just takes this very like curly cute thing, because maybe we haven't cleaned, the office is not as clean maybe as it usually is. Like,
no, we haven't taken time for that. We've got stuff to do.
We got stuff to do.
I mean, maybe we're movers and shakers in the city now. We're kind of responsible for the bishop being out of the Underzoo a little bit. Maybe he respects us. Maybe he wants to understand who we are. We definitely want to understand who he is.
Yeah, so maybe it's not a bad thing. It's like a thank you. Like there might be like just like gifts or just like, you know, I that's probably not.
We can hold out hope, but I'm not going to assume.
Sure.
But he's a long-term
resident
challenge figure of power.
Right.
So
maybe if he has legal capabilities.
Yeah, that was a surprise.
Everything on our end, like bookkeeping, like LLC wise, like we're good. We're airtight. It's not that. I hope.
As this conversation continues on, it's middle of the afternoon, about as bright as it gets in autumn in Foxglove, which is to say there's a completely diffuse light that fills every available space, but it's still kind of just overcast brightness. The two of you are pacing, bouncing, talking, fretting, and there is a gentle knock at the door.
Ooh, probably not the bishop, right?
Probably not. I think, could he get up the stairs?
Probably not, no.
He has so many legs. He's the size of a bus, right? Okay.
Mara will go and open the door.
And standing at the door is...
Hi. I'm Marge.
Marge, hello.
Nice to meet you. Marge walks in. She's like 45 years old. She is about 5'5", just someone who has maybe spent a lot of time in motion, like in a vehicle, but is also clearly someone who is agile, who moves a lot as well. She walks in. She's wearing a not Foxglove appropriate temperature-wise outfit that is clearly homemade. It's like shirt and pants and a jacket, but nothing's watertight, open-toed sandals with shoes or with socks on. And she just comes in and says, "Hey, hi.
Hi, welcome to Snapdragon Landscaping and Investigations. Are you here for the landscaping or the investigations?
Oh my God, great combo.
Thank you.
So my buddy, Rudy...
and come in also out of the rain. And I guess it's not raining too hard right now, but still you can, we have, I rush to put the Murphy bed up and I sandwich a bunch of flyers inside it and papers and one book inside as I push it back up.
Yeah, as you look around this office, you see plants all over the shelves. You see a large format photograph of a curly horned antelope called a markhor. It's a big shaggy thing. A wych elm tree that has grown its roots in and through the wood of a desk all the way down to the floor. That looks like they've been clipped so they're no longer growing into the floor.
Oh.
This is the second story of a low brick building, of a 2-story brick building, the bottom floor of which is a chili restaurant. And the smell
Is that the chili
coming up.
pavilion?
It is chili pavilion.
Terrific.
One could say the smell of chili paints the air like a sunset in a watercolor painting.
Gorgeous. I genuinely love that. Awesome. Yeah. So I'm here because my pal Rudy Kessler.
Oh.
Yeah, he's an amazing artist, right?
Yes.
He's so cool, so interesting, and he just, I'm not from here. Just passing through. I've been here maybe. I don't know, like I don't 100% pay attention to calendars or clocks or whatever.
Fair.
I
They're weird.
want to say the days were a lot longer though. So maybe like spring. When were tulips happening? I was here for tulips.
April, probably?
Yeah, I was here for April. Okay, so anyway, talking to Rudy, and I'm curious about, a little something that I have. Marge takes off her backpack, then that's when you notice she has interesting gloves on. They go to like mid-arm, and she sets the backpack down, looks at the Murphy bed, and goes, love it. Such a
you.
space saver, am I right? Love
Yeah.
that. And then zips it open and very gently brings out a glass terrarium and puts it on the desk and immediately puts her gloved hands back into her pocket. This is a super beautiful thing, and something important to me is missing from it.
Oh.
Yeah, I had a beautiful compass in there, and someone stole it. It's missing. I don't know where it is. I don't know how they got it because it was sealed.
Right.
The terrarium is sealed, still sealed.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know where it went or how they got it.
Yeah, normally something like this wouldn't be opened, or opening it would affect the plants inside.
How cute are they?
They're really
Are
cute.
they the
Cute.
cutest? They're so cute.
Yeah.
So you look at this terrarium, and it is a completely sealed sphere of glass.
Whoa.
Does it look like a smaller scale version of the large terrarium we've seen?
Great question. It doesn't.
Okay.
Especially, right? That
Okay.
one had this iris that would extend out and close. This is just a free moving glass sphere.
Okay.
The bottom half of which has soil, rocks, little mosses, and in miniature, these tiny little plants with leaves, the largest of which is smaller than half of one of your pinky nails.
Whoa.
Like just tiny little thing. And you look at it, and there is no compass in there.
I've got the coolest compass, right? And it doesn't point north, and it's weird. So anyway, yeah, I know that you guys are clever, and like Rudy told me some stuff, so I felt like y'all are the right people to do it because you're a plant people, right? You're plant and mysteries.
Yeah.
Perfect combo.
We rarely actually get to do both.
Yeah, this
one-
is true. Or have to do that kind of like song and dance thing with people. Like, do they know
Nah.
about what the nuances of what we do?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
100%.
So this-
Unless you want to. If that's part of your thing, then I'm into it.
No, I think we can keep moving.
And I mean, as you look at it, there is no way to open this, right? It is
Yeah.
a glass sphere, sealed entirely.
Dang. And I'm guessing you keep this close to you probably at all times as well, right?
Well, I mean, I actually have a converted school bus. I have my own Murphy bed.
Whoa!
Yeah. It's dope. I actually travel around a lot. I love hitting the road, love going to different places. I met Rudy because I had to get some work done on the bus, actually, and heard through the welding community, who are also some artists, which is totally rad. I do keep it near me in a bus, but I don't like have it on me at all times. Look how cute the leaves are. I don't want to shake them off.
Yeah.
Not that they seem to be shake-offable. To be totally honest, I've had this for a while, and it just always looks gorgeous and beautiful and lush. I don't know.
Could I pick it up and take a look?
Yeah.
As I start inspecting it, just looking at whether I can identify the plants, whether any of them are like tiny versions of other plants, looking for, I think, an opening or a place where it could be sealed. I would also ask, how did you get this? Was it a gift, found?
I mean, everything's a gift, you know?
Huh.
It depends where you look. It depends what you see. Anything can be a gift. It all depends on your point of view. So every sunrise is a gift to me. Every sunset a gift as well. You can believe it all belongs in your heart. It fits there as well. But sometimes you make your own gifts. You make them by yourself. You make the choices that you make because you want it all. And that's okay because the world's a gift. You deserve it, yes you do. Especially if you don't get it handed to you. So you take the gift you want. You keep the gift you have. It's a gift that God gave me and maybe I gave it to myself. Some don't deserve the gifts, no. I give the gifts 'cause every day is a gift. Yes, everything's a gift. It depends on where you look. It depends on what you see. But everything's a gift if you're like me. So that's where I got the terrarium. Well, it actually...
Do it. That was so good. The switch and then the switch back.
If everything is a gift, then everything you take is also a gift. A perfect foolproof philosophy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so actually, it was a friend of mine along the way that made this terrarium for me because this compass was so special to me, and I did get it as a gift in a manner of speaking, depending on your definition of gift. And I have it. It's just so beautiful and interesting. And as Marge moves her hands because she's clearly very excited about the compass and talking about it, you notice that, or maybe you do or don't notice, but her gloves are no longer a white linen. They are now like a grayish polyester, and she's gesturing. And it's just a remarkable thing. And I miss it. I want to know who has it because it was not just any compass. It was a really special compass.
Wow. Can I do a perception check and see if she is lying and she in fact stole this terrarium?
She stole this terrarium.
No, the compass. My friend made. I've been focusing on the terrarium too much. My friend,
the compass
made
that's missing.
the terrarium to hold the compass safe.
Oh,
yeah.
So the compass within the terrarium is just like a sweet bonus,
right?
But the compass is what's missing from the terrarium. So would I have stolen the compass?
And if you want to roll a vigilance,
oh sure,
to see if you can tell that she's being deceptive.
Yeah.
Then, yeah.
Okay, great.
Hey Marge, on your character sheet for deception, what's it say?
Deception. No.
Should be on the right side in the social zone.
Perception, my vigilance.
So to right center.
Right. Aha. I have 3 diamonds. Help me, Camilla.
Yeah, your deception is incredibly good.
Don't worry about it.
It's gonna be 3 red and 2 purple. Incredible.
But what about Laura? Okay, damn, yeah, I don't think I got anything here. Except for...
I just roll your vigilance. It's not a big deal.
Vigilance. It's okay.
Vigilance? Against this? Okay.
If we get lied to, that's fun.
That actually looks pretty good. Ooh. No.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd say.
No, I think it's
I think it's still almost, yeah. It's
total wash.
total wash, right? One advantage, it seems.
One advantage.
Yeah.
So,
Maybe she doesn't.
so she said this was a gift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It so is.
And you're not sure how she means that.
yeah.
Did they hear the song?
It's like musical theater rule song.
Yeah, we got the gist of what
Yeah.
you're saying.
The sort of sentiment of it gets communicated.
Then
Yeah.
it was like I
Yeah.
said,
It's a
everything's a gift. Depends
Yeah.
on yeah.
Okay.
The sense that you get is that she could say anything, and you would never know if she was lying.
Okay.
That's the advantage.
Cool,
So
cool.
you don't know.
If she believes
How to
everything
read
is
this.
a gift, then
Yeah.
she's not lying when she says something was a gift.
Yeah.
But that's yeah. Okay. Good. Great. Wow. Okay. So does this, I guess I'm just curious, does the plant life in there, does it ever like shift and grow or
No, my friend, it's just like a gorgeous terrarium. It's normal. The compass itself is what is just so wacky to me. It doesn't point north.
what does it point to?
Well, it's kind of kooky because it depends on where I am. It depends on the time of year. It like depends on okay. So I brought it over from a acquaintance I was in Europe, right? I love to travel while my bus was getting fixed up. So I got this gorgeous compass. It doesn't behave normally. Yeah, sometimes it points other directions than north. And that, again, I drive, I walk, I hike, I go everywhere. So I'm a good like map reader and compass reader. And this is just weird. So for a few days, it was pointing east, southeast, kind of. And since I've got to Foxglove, it got kind of weird too. Yeah.
Yeah, so its steady state behavior is like it would point north almost all the time, and then it would point some other direction for a couple days out of a year. But since you came to Foxglove, it's just been wild all over the place.
With what he said. Pretend I said all that, but he said it. But I said it. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Foxglove, I guess that doesn't really surprise me. It's an interesting place in terms of all that we have going on here, which maybe Rudy may have alluded to a bit as he's experienced it a bit himself.
And we actually just helped someone who had a sort of, I guess, an internal compass that would kind of every so often really go off in a wild direction, and we had to
I
figure out the
love that.
pattern. So we're maybe some of the most, I don't want to overstate our qualifications, but
Rudy sold me. And you guys have plants. Love it. You have a
Great.
Murphy bed. Into it.
Where in Europe did you receive the compass?
Oh, this was in Florence, in Italy.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it doesn't seem like Italian to me.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like, I know a lot about antiques, and this is not particularly like, I wouldn't go to the Antiques Roadshow with
Sure.
this.
when it starts pointing in an unusual direction, do you ever follow it and try to see if it goes somewhere?
Yeah.
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 Have you ever found something strange by following it?
Well, not particularly.
Huh.
Yeah, I usually drive by vibe, and after I drove,
yeah.
like I followed the compass for a while. It steadied out. I don't know, and I just drove by vibe to come here.
All right.
And then when it went wackadoodle, I had to stick around.
Yeah. So from inspecting the terrarium, looking at any places it might have been sealed or closed off of, anything interesting or notable about the plants, and also the spot where the compass might have sat, where it is no longer.
Aubrey recognizes several of them, as well as some mosses and some Spanish moss that is draping from trees. There's one rock that sort of sits a little bit higher than the others, almost shaped like a sea or a half moon or a wave, with the Spanish moss trailing off of that. You see tiny tiny versions of an eastern redbud, a pagoda dogwood, holly, kind of just little tiny mini grasses and mosses and lichens and things growing all over this rock. Knowing what Aubrey knows about trees and bonsai and such, you would pin this as American Southeast, maybe Appalachia.
Okay. Does the tiny size seem something that could be cultivated through mortal means, or is this plants that got shrunk with magic?
Totally normal means. They are
Great.
confined to this small space, and the nutrients are so limited.
Okay.
The water is just cycling inside of this sealed sphere. And so this is as big as they're able to grow.
Okay.
You know, and this might be a silly question since I'm not the plant expert, Aubrey is. The fact that it's in a terrarium, do the plants ever, do they influence the compass, or is the compass being goofy on its own?
Compass was goofy from day one.
Sure.
Like there's something so interesting about this compass that I couldn't put my finger on it, and I just wanted to keep it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And so, no, my friend who's super brilliant, I don't even know how a terrarium works. Like, frankly, it keeps going.
Me neither. Mara glance her eyes at Aubrey because Aubrey probably knows.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I had a friend make it for me
Cool.
because I was afraid. I didn't want to misplace it or have
Sure.
anyone just swipe it.
Yeah, of course not. Okay.
Looking at the glass, Aubrey's like a somewhat artsy person.
Not really.
Not really? Okay.
Sorry.
I
Could be if it's helpful, but
Like,
she's
if
not
you-
being honest.
how about you give me a mechanics check in that case? That's just going to be average. So it's going to go against 2 purple to sort of see how well you understand the particular process that made this sphere.
That is a success and an advantage.
Neat. So it's kind of a cool thing, right? You would expect that just blowing a glass sphere, you couldn't get plants and rocks inside. And it appears that what someone did was they blew a sphere, leaving a fairly small gap in the top, filled it with everything that's inside, and then they just sealed up the top with a little bit of molten glass. So they didn't cook everything that was inside. So this is fully sealed. There is no way to open it.
And yet,
This thing is probably the size of a soccer ball,
Yeah.
a fairly thin glass shell. On one of the rocks that is lining the bottom of this, there's a small patch, maybe the size of a quarter, that should have more moss growing on it.
So it would normally sit here. It's not too big.
Yeah, it's quite small. Yeah, it was easy to pack.
and I know it might not be the most fun question to ask, but since it's missing, is there anybody, since it went missing in Foxglove, is Rudy the only person you know in Foxglove? Or is there somebody that might have wanted to take it or have any motive for that?
I
We're
mean,
pretty well connected, so we might know someone who knows somebody.
yeah, no, fair. Yeah, I know Rudy, and I kind of know different folks who work at the art collective down
Okay.
by the tracks where the studios are. So I hang out there. That's where I'm parking currently. So mostly fellow artists and nomads like me, but no one knows it's worth anything. It's just cool. You know what I mean? I don't even know if it's worth anything other than its peculiarities.
Well, it sounds like if someone or something went to the effort to steal it from a sealed glass orb, it's worth something to them.
Yeah.
As Marge is gesturing, you can see that her gloves have changed once again to now be red satin.
Ooh. Your gloves are incredible.
Thank you. Marge quickly puts her hands back in her pocket. Thank you. Yeah, I made them myself.
That's my favorite iteration that they've been so far, the red. That's probably the pair that I would wear, but
Oh.
it's cool that they can shift and
Yeah.
morph.
Thank you. Yeah. Man. Notice and don't notice, if that's okay.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah. I mean, not everyone notices everything, and you guys are noticing, and I love that. So grateful, because you'll probably help out. And also, let's be cool. Cool? Yeah?
Okay.
I didn't think there was reason for us not to be.
And for the record, I'm not being threatening or whatever. And Marge lifts her hands and their gold lame. I'm not threatening you. Of course not.
was a threat until you said that you weren't trying to threaten me.
Sorry.
I didn't know that it was something that was weird until you said, stop noticing me. And I don't want to pry,
But I'm hiring you as a private eye.
and that's our job. So we'll try to notice, but not go noticing too hard.
Let's be cool, okay? Like, let's be cool. Don't make a big deal, it's fine. So, let's be cool.
Speaking personally, it's strange beyond the receiving end of trying to convince someone that it's all right and it's fine. It's a personal exercise to go along with someone that I trust completely and complicitly, right? It's fine, I can be deceived unless you're not trying to deceive us, and then in that case I can be trusting, because there's no reason not to trust, of course.
Yeah, 100%.
Unless there is.
But listen, let's be cool. Let's be cool. Everything is fine, okay? Yeah, don't worry about it, okay?
I'm not.
Let's be cool. I'm not trying to deceive you in ways that matter. I only need your help to find this compass, and I'll help you. It's something that was special. It was something that I loved. So just don't mind when these changes happen to my gloves. It's okay to be concerned and curious and noticing. You're smart, that's why I want to work with you. But hey, everybody, let's just zip that lip, okay?
Oh my
Okay.
God. Sure.
So, let's be cool. Let's be cool. More cool.
Yeah, sure.
Let's be cool. Let's be cool. So we'll just be cool, right? Sound good? Yeah. Yeah. Rad.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool. Do it.
Oh,
It wasn't a threat. I promise it wasn't.
please, like, don't be concerned about. I'm not deceiving you in ways that matter. Yeah. So funny. Yes, Diva.
We've met a lot of people who are not deceiving us except in ways that matter.
Yes.
No, I want this back. It's just
Yeah.
that, you know how... Are we all women presenting people here?
We are.
You know how we're only noticed for certain things, that the good things, or we're categorized in the bad things, and like I just want to be Marge Little in the bus. Like that's my name, Marge Little, and then I'm in a bus when I'm
Right.
driving it and sleeping in it. But like I don't need to give everything to everyone as soon as I meet them. Just
Yep.
like you folks don't have to give everything to everyone as soon as you meet them. So yeah, so we're just going to be cool.
Yeah.
Gloves are now sequined turquoise, and I give the double thumbs up.
I can totally respect that.
Dope.
That makes perfect
Thank
sense.
you. I mean, I'm glad that you like them. Thank you. When they're red satin, that's also one of my faves, but you never know when that's coming around, so.
True.
Welcome, Sarah Hanchar, to RPG Major.
That was a long-ass intro.
It was too good. We were doing so hard.
Yes.
So my name's Helix, he, him pronouns. I am the host, the Game Master. Thrilled to have Sarah here. She's someone I've gotten to perform with and see perform in lots of different capacities. Put a puppet on this woman's arm and she becomes an absolute menace. Put her up in front of a Christmas time crowd and she's an absolute delight. Sarah, we're so glad you're here. Do you want to introduce yourself to our viewers?
Oh, thank you. So happy to be here. Didn't know I was gonna have an introduction. When you look at me, it's a 44-year-old woman. No, just kidding, I'm 43. So yeah, I'm a fellow improviser. I've had the pleasure of working with Camilla and Helix. This is my first time working with Lauren, and of course Noah on the piano, on the differently stringed piano, otherwise known as a guitar.
You've mostly seen him as a drummer before, haven't you?
I have.
love. Yeah. And occasionally on that guitar, doing a beautiful job. Fun to rock with you. But yeah, I enjoy being everything from a menace to like a Christmas elf. So happy to be here. I guess maybe I'm a little of both today. We'll see.
Hi viewers, I'm Lauren, she, her, and I'm back as Miss Mara Vertere, and what a gift it is for her to be on the receiving end, maybe, of a lot of the games that she'll play. This is gonna be good for her. Nothing but good for her, and she's gonna take it really well. I think she's gonna be like really mature and kind and handle everything like with a really level-headed disposition. I think.
Incredible. That's real character growth right there.
Say, right?
And if we say it, it's going to happen.
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm Camilla. I play Aubrey. And who knows what's in store for Aubrey this time?
Right.
There's some plants. That's interesting. There's a missing artifact, compass, sort of mysterious thing. Love that. I love a little mystery. I love a little adventure. Also, I think Aubrey's doesn't mind a little distraction from all of this overwhelm about what's going on in the city. I'm sure that this will connect in interesting and surprising ways, but we are in such a limbo right now, waiting for answers from the bishop, waiting for answers from the Grey Gate, and to have something to do and someone to help feels nice.
Yeah.
Noah is, of course, here, as Sarah already alluded to, providing us with lovely music and accompaniment. Your hair is getting real long, man.
It looks awesome.
It looks fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's blooming. A question that I have for everyone at the table. Since Marge is getting away with some just cute little deceptions, is there something that you're willing to admit to? A deception that you pulled off at some point in your life that you're now willing to cop to? And I'm happy to start if you want.
Okay,
which
go
is
for it.
when I was in middle school, like a lot of people who are in middle school.
Is this real people? Were people?
This is
actual
me and
human people? Okay.
actual human people.
Okay.
Like a lot of people in middle school, I didn't like going to middle school. And so I faked sick a bunch. And the most reliable way that I found to fake sick was to claim that I was overwhelmingly dizzy and could not walk. And so I did this on the regular. Like, I don't want to go to school today. Whoa, I am so dizzy. And I did it enough that my parents got concerned and took me. Yeah.
You have dealt with vertigo before, though, for real, right?
Since then, yes. Like that was something that came
Did you
on as an adult.
manifest
I guess so. But this was when I was living in South Florida, and we were in swimming pools all the time, and so it was very regular that we would get real ear infections also. So had it for real, had it for fake. But there was a period where I was being such a snot and just continuing to pretend that this was true that my parents took me for a brain scan. And I eventually went back to school in a wheelchair for a week.
What?
Because me in middle school was a real piece of work.
You didn't back down from the lie ever.
Absolutely not.
You did not back down. You doubled down and came back in a wheelchair. It's crazy.
I love a commitment. I love a commitment. A commit to the bit. Do that your parents know now?
No.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Wow.
And viewers, you're now sworn to secrecy. Don't tell.
If you can find my parents, you can tell them.
Right.
Good luck to
Also
you.
not a threat.
I can share a little. It's not that interesting because I am a real goody-goody, and I couldn't think of any times when I really actually lied for an extended time that weren't a structured lying environment. So I'm going to talk about a structured lying environment because I really like social deduction games. During the pandemic, I had a friend who I used to write trivia with who put together an online game of The Mole, which is a classic competition TV show where everyone's competing in challenges together, but one person is secretly trying to sabotage them all. And each week, everyone votes on who they think the mole is. And if you guess most incorrectly, people start to get filtered out. By the end, if you can identify the mole, you can win from the prize pool. I was so honored to be chosen as the mole. I was really excited. Travis texts me and is like, Camilla, are you willing to be the mole? And I was like, yes, I would so much rather do that than have to worry about getting eliminated. I just want to lie. So it was all of these really, really cool, really smart people who I hadn't met before, but I got to lean into my goody-goody vibes and just be really nervous about things and really working hard to try to help the group, but also I was really busy and overwhelmed, so I couldn't always participate. And it ended, it involved me like hacking into the community account where we were receiving clues and signing it up for a bunch of spam mail and sending all these fake puzzles to it. So people started solving the wrong puzzles under time pressure. That was my favorite one.
Incredible.
They had to send this code word in to win money for the challenge. And so someone sent in and they were like, we had it. The murderer is Miss Orchid with the potatoes. And the host was like, sorry, what? Oh my God. What is this? So I think Miss Orchid with the potatoes was my strongest moment as a liar.
Wow. That rocks.
That's very good.
That's amazing. That is perfect for a perfectly structured lying environment.
I love a structured lying environment.
Yeah. I have one, and I'm not trying to protect where I went to college anymore because I've used enough of those stories for this. So throughout my 4 years at Pepperdine, I started this with a friend of mine my freshman year, but I took it over, like consensually. I did not like do a hostile takeover of the meme page, but we ran a Pepperdine meme page. So then it was like fully anonymous. Have I talked about it on the podcast before? I talked about
a little bit.
Lauren was Pepperdine meme.
Yeah, it was called Pepperdine_safe space. But the deception was that like when people would come up to me and be like, have you seen this page? I think you'd love it. I'd be like, oh my gosh, like no way. That's so funny. I can't believe this. Like, what do you mean that's so funny? And I think at some point it got picked up or like noticed by like the admin or something or whatever it was, and like same thing, kind of keeping up the like, oh, because I had a rough time at Pepperdine University. I'd be like, no, I would never do that. Like I don't feel that way. And like it got out that like it was someone named Lauren, but luckily there were so many Laurens at Pepperdine.
Oh, yeah,
and like
Laurens.
my roommate was named Lauren, so like we played with that sometimes, or like we thought it, and so I would like comment on it like as myself and be like, oh my gosh, like what is this or something, or people come in and be like, did you see that post? It's so funny. Yeah,
That's great.
It was mainly just I remember a handful of interactions where people would come up and show like, oh my gosh, have you seen this one? I'm like, no, that's hilarious.
Love
And
it.
I'd post it like 2 hours ago.
Well, they knew you well.
They did.
They
I
knew
know.
you'd love it.
They knew I would love it, and they never thought they would be me. And I never like did a reveal or anything. It just died.
Oh man, I'm gonna go with one that is not very exciting, but it made me really laugh for a long time.
What's that?
And it also like fell apart like later the next day. I think my friend had just started dating a guy, and this is like back in the aughts, children. And they were talking, and he's like, well, how do you know my friend? I'm like, oh, so we're just making small talk, and we're talking about the Olympics for some reason. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm on the reserve team for the American curling team. And they believed it for like a long time. And this again, we're aughts. We don't have smartphones. We have flip razor phones.
Yeah.
So there was no way to fact check me until eventually he's like, come on. I'm like, all right, yeah, I can't do it. So I'm sorry, I did cop to it. The stuff I can't cop to yet is the stuff I still can't cop to.
Right.
Yeah, committed.
You got away with it. You got away with it. That's
Yeah, I
Right.
did. Curler from
yeah.
the Winter Olympics 06.
a buddy of mine who lived for maybe 20 years in Canada as like a 10 to 30-year-old. The last time I talked to him during the Olympics, he was just like, I'm so mad about what's happened to curling. This used to be a sport where people with pot bellies could shine, and now everybody's athletic.
You know what? Fair.
Some of the folks who I outwitted in the mole game were all on a curling team together.
No way.
For the Olympics?
Yeah.
Actually.
That's dope. Love it.
Reserve team, though.
Reserve team. Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right.
Do you know? Do you know them? Are you friends?
No. Oh, yeah, Clara. Huge.
So looking at this terrarium, right, you see that it's sealed. You see that something is missing, that the compass that Marge described is missing. What are y'all doing?
Well, I think we could get a description of it for sure. And then let's think, who do we know that might be able to help us? We could go to the university. There's a lot of scholars of artifacts there. If this is something powerful, that might pique some interest. So it depends on how discreet you want to be with this.
You know, Rudy said trust the process.
Okay.
So I'm here to just be awash. You know, I am the inner tube, and you are the river on which I float. So, yeah, university sounds good. I like learning stuff.
Yeah, then that seems like a great first step. And if there's anything you think of on the way, Marge, or anyone that, you know, or any leads or something as we're around the city. But that feels like a pretty good first step. I mean, if we want to take the library over, maybe, is there anything, I guess if there's anything else that you know about the compass, then we could kind of research, and if there's something that exists here that would be looking for something like that, we might be able to connect the dots. Like, it might not be something from your past, but maybe the compass itself has a past.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned that. Is there such a thing as, like, can I trust you? Intuition? How much?
If you
Because I feel like we get each other, but also, like, I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, very fair.
You can give a vigilance check to sort of get a sense for the people that you're dealing with. Are they withholding? Are they trustworthy? Are they deceiving you?
Okay. Help me, Camilla.
Ooh. I can actually help you with this.
Okay.
I help people nearby who I consider allies, and this, I think you're an ally. I'm not trying to deceive you. So that'll be your pool.
Okay.
And then it would be against probably Mara's deception's
Cool.
higher.
Oh, deception?
Or is it cool? Or
Either one of those is I think, valid.
My deception is now 2 yellow, but my cool is 1 yellow, 4 green.
So I would say if you're trying to deceive her,
I'm
then
not.
roll it against your deception. If you're
Offering.
just like being polite,
Yeah.
cool, I think is the thing.
I don't want to just choose it because it was the higher one, but Mara wasn't trying to deceive. She was trying to get to the bottom of. So yeah, I guess that'd be 4 purple and 1 red.
Listen, Marge has shared too much too quick before, and
so okay.
there's a reason why she's, like, always maybe on the move.
Yeah.
so.
We can empathize with that.
The dice master.
Yeah, so we're going to start canceling these out. And these two, this is like a good and a bad, so those cancel out. This is looking good for you.
Okay.
So it's a success with 1 threat.
Oh,
So because these are like the 2 arrows are going to cancel those 2. And then,
what does threat mean?
so it means that there's some sort of like little twist. You get what you want, you get the information confidently.
Okay.
But maybe a threat could be like you reveal something about yourself you didn't intend to.
Okay.
Or you like tweak your ankle, oh no. You know, something like that.
Cool. Yeah, so I got it in Italy. I was working a gig. I was actually a dog walker there for this really wealthy family. They didn't pay me as they had promised. And so as I brought in little Luca and I brought in little Pisa, I put them, in their house, gave them their treats, and I took my own treat on the way out. And it was this compass. So I don't think it was theirs either, to be totally honest, because they were shifty as hell. So I think 1, I got paid. 2, it wasn't even theirs. So no.
Was it protected, or like was it in a similar place like the terrarium itself, or was it just sitting out? They didn't.
Well, I mean, they had this beautiful library, and it was, gorgeous books and art and all these things that were just so beautiful. And so, I saw that one. It was in a case, and the case I was able to open.
Sure.
The way that I know how to open things.
Cool.
And I snagged it, and it just struck me as really unique.
And for the record, we're not trying to get to the bottom of this for you to be culpable for anyway, just so that I understand how the compass itself moves.
Yeah.
And where it was sitting. Because totally was in your right if they shortchanged you to skim a little bit off the top.
And you know how some people, like, they have beautiful things, but they don't appreciate that they're a beautiful thing?
I feel that all the time, actually, in Mars. Like,
So, and so, like, we're gesturing at each other, and now my my gloves are leather with straps, like strings down the bottom of it, like an old-fashioned cowboy.
Yeah.
Like,
Fringe flying everywhere.
Fringe, leather
there's fringe in my mouth. Okay.
Hands go back in pocket. Anyway, you get it. So Italy, but I don't think it was theirs, frankly.
sure. Okay, that makes sense. Well, then it seems like a good idea. Maybe we take the library over to the university.
The more we know about it, the more I might be able to. I mean, a lot of them practice chaos magic there, and we have a friend who is not at the university right now, but has used chaos magic to find missing things.
And he's really nomadic as well.
Chaos magic, you say?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I trust the process. Let's go.
It works when it works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How many people do we know as we're on the library, kind of looking out the window? How many people do we know who can reach through glass?
Oh.
Because I tried once and I really hurt my nose.
Right.
But I think I could.
Reach through glass. It does sound similar to Tavo chaos magic or something, with the pen, but going through glass. I mean, if it's just normal glass, I feel like that wouldn't stop a magical means.
No. I tried to put my hand through the window of the train. Just to like swipe it quickly.
Is this your process?
Yeah.
Marge is just looking like a little concerned, a little like maybe, oh dear. How old is everybody?
Oh yeah, we never did descriptions
character
for
descriptions.
Sarah of Mara and Aubrey.
Mara's kind of looking through the shelves. What she's not saying is she's maybe trying to look up something having to do with this family in Italy. She is in her mid-20s. She's got a little bit longer shoulder length brown hair that's kind of half up, half down with a red ribbon. She's got really killer black leather boots on, some dark wash jeans, a gorgeous dark red leather jacket, and a couple bracelets that you can't quite make out exact. One is glittering and one's a little bit not glittery on her left hand that are covered right underneath her sleeve. She's kind of like humming to herself as she's looking through the stack of books.
Aubrey appears to be in her mid-20s and is tall but with an apologetic posture. She has reddish brown hair that is with the sort of humidity of the like rain, just kind of getting wet, drying, is kind of frizzy and a little bit unkempt right now, a little bit damp. And she has a very chunky vintage like knit sweater with a raincoat over it.
V cute. Marge is still wearing open-toed shoes with fresh socks. She put on some fresh socks.
Nice.
From her bag. Her book bag is not like overly gigantic, but it holds a decent amount of stuff.
I hope it's Mary Poppins. I want it to be Mary Poppins bag so bad.
Are there certain things that you're trying to look for on the library?
Trying to put my hand through a window with magic.
You're trying to put your hand through a window. Yeah, why not? Why not try it?
Okay, I'm going to use an ability to try to do this. So one of my chaos magic tattoos lets me. It normally might not work under these circumstances, but it's the one that I've tried to use that lets me, when I'm in pursuit of someone, to move through things. And right now, I'm not necessarily in pursuit of someone, but I'm trying to understand under what circumstances. Normally, it's something that is sort of emotionally triggered or happens under heightened circumstances. And I just sort of focus and I just like kind of move my hand towards the window, trying to see if I could like swipe my fingers through it.
Yeah. So take 2 strain for using magic at all.
The ability is 1 strain by.
Oh, the ability is 1 strain. Take 1 strain for using magic at all. And give me a hard magic roll with 1 black added, because this situation doesn't really have the emotional charge. So this is faith magic. It looks like 3 yellow, 2 green.
Yes. Against 3 purple and 1 black. Okay. It's my favorite, actually.
Stump special.
No, it's actually reverse stump special. It's a success with a bunch of threats.
Whoa! The reverse stump special.
So, for a moment, when you move your hand out, snatching at this window, your fingers trail through the glass like water. And as you begin to pull back, the window sort of starts to re-solidify around your hand. And as you pull your hand out, the window breaks, setting shards of glass in on you.
Oh no.
And making this, for a train, quiet car much louder as the wind now enters the car and starts to send loose books on tables just flapping, their pages flowing wildly. And the other threat is that a pair of librarians, Jillian and Killian, both snap their heads over towards you as you move your hand. And you are sure that you are observed moving your hand through this glass and pulling the glass somehow back towards you. Strange, sister. Yes, brother, strange indeed. We should watch her.
Mara's trying to get the glass shards as carefully as she can, maybe off of Marge, or picking up books and just trying to kind of do a little bit of damage control without cutting anyone with glass.
Sorry. I'm just scrambling to try to get books, apologizing to the librarians. I'm sorry. I just put my hand up to the window. I was not trying to do that. Oh no, I'm so sorry. All the water's gonna get in. I'm really sorry.
Marge is very distressed by how distressed everybody else is. Loving your process, ladies. Fantastic. So don't worry about it. You know what? I've got gloves. Let me help. Marge starts sweeping the glass aside, sweeping it off.
With what look like alligator skin gloves.
What looks like alligator skin gloves. She's sweeping. Something nicks the glove. Marge freezes and is like, hold on real quick, pulls out her bag, opens the bag, takes out a fresh glove, here, can you hold it?
Sure.
Hold
okay,
easy.
this finger?
Just hold that glove. I take off this glove, and then I take the glove, glove to glove, and then the new glove back on. And it was a white magician's glove. And now it is a fuchsia pink lame. Let's go with lame again.
Yeah.
So, everyone no longer covered with glass? We okay?
Okay.
I think we're all right. If Killian and Jillian are the employees and authority folks on the train and they know, great. Then maybe Mara's just still looking for some books and making sure that if she can adjust them so they're not getting rained on or anything.
Yeah. After a minute or two, Jillian comes back in with duct tape and a sheet of plastic.
Nice.
That's sort of the same size.
The least I can do is help if that's okay.
Sure.
Okay. I'll help just grab it, hold it up for her.
I saw what you did.
Thanks for telling me. Do you have strong feelings about that?
I've seen stranger things, but not on most days.
Me too.
Thank you for your assistance.
Thank you for your understanding. Sometimes things work in mysterious ways. Sometimes you tap the key but don't know exactly what note it'll play. Sometimes you move your hand and the theremin explodes. Sometimes you enact your will on the world. Who knows? That's how chaos magic works. When it works. But sometimes you break a window and then you feel like a jerk. That's how chaos magic works. When it works. Sometimes you're picking up the pieces and you feel like a jerk.
Sometimes your job works in mysterious ways. You go for years without an interesting day. Then someone walks into your library train, pulls down the window and lets in the rain. That's how chaos magic works when it works. That's how chaos magic works. When it works, you try to make sure they don't feel like a jerk and keep their secrets. 'Cause that's how chaos magic works. When it works.
In this commotion, can Mara do like a little bit of research if folks are distracted, or I don't know if she kind of helped guide us to this section of the train where she could look up family piqued Mara's interest, maybe because it seems maybe like one that's similar to her own of like high status, interesting history.
Yeah.
I don't know necessarily what that would, if it's like a ledge. I mean, they're currently around.
Yeah, so
She's also like scratched a Medici thing, maybe Renaissance thing in her brain.
yeah, so this is just going to be essentially a research check.
Okay.
It's intelligence aided by the library.
Uh-huh.
So it's going to be an easy check, so just
Okay.
one purple.
One purple.
And this would
My
find
cunning.
intellect.
So that's 2 green. For
So
intellect?
2 green and 2 blue against 1 purple.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
2 successes and 2 advantages, it seems.
Yeah.
So
Huge.
going on the name of these dogs as well as the name of the family.
Oh.
Luca and Pisa.
Luca and
the
Pisa.
dog.
I wrote that down. Luca and Pisa.
Uh-huh.
You're able to pull up some like high society magazines.
Yeah.
Dog show.
Yeah.
Dog show standings.
Yeah.
And you find descriptions of this family, the Canzones. Right? They are art collectors, they're jet setters, there's photos of them at the Monaco Grand Prix, photos of them at museum openings. They're generationally wealthy, don't seem to do a lot,
Yeah.
but they're around a lot of things.
Okay, cool.
There's an incredible architectural spread of their home. The library, as mentioned, incredible. Truly incredible.
Cool.
But from what you find in these magazines, just some richy rich folks over in Europe who collect weird objets d'art.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Mara's going to ask her mom about them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
After not too long a ride, though a more dramatic one than you might have expected, you all arrive at Ponderosa University, the Pond, and head over towards...
Yeah, towards the Phenomenalist Lab, which is in the basement of one of the less new science buildings. I will scan a sort of ID that I have, get you both guest passes for the day to go down into the lab, because you are not affiliated with the university. I only sort of am, just enough to have the ID. So, Marge, I help out a little bit with this lab. They study phenomena, and sometimes I'm a research subject. Sometimes I am. I mean, it's fine. It's like I try to do stuff like what I did on the train, and they try to understand what powers it.
Oh, cool.
Because for a lot of people, there's a really clear connection between why they can do what they can do. And I think for me, what I've been able to do has been through connection or belief, and that's related to some theories that they're building, trying to understand how it works at scale. I don't always understand it myself, and as you can tell, it's not really predictable, but
Yeah, I feel that.
a lot of them know a lot. They know how to ask questions I might not know how to ask, and a lot of them are nerds about stuff.
Oh, love a nerd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Thanks. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, that's tough when there's something that you can do or sometimes can't do and that you don't think you can control, but sometimes you can. It is not a good feeling. So,
No, it's not. And Mara kind of looked down at her shoes for a second.
yeah, I like you too.
We like you too.
Aw. That was nice.
And so the Snapdragons begin a new case. Will they uncover clues to the compass's location at college? Find out next time on RPG Major.
If you're listening to this from Seattle in the summer 2026, Camilla's directing an improvised musical. It's called Rumpus. Lauren and I are cast members. Noah's one of the accompanists. And many of our past guests are also in the cast. It's running just about every Saturday night this summer. So head on over to take5improv.com, snag a ticket, and come see us live.
That same old name popping up each morning on my screen, sending me to missions unknown. All I know is it's a situation green. No, nothing but yes sir, yes ma'am indeed. I know I'm just a cog in this cursed machine.
So we laugh as we stare in the abyss. Sorry, honey, I have to take this. I laugh as I stare into the abyss. Sorry, honey, I have to take this. Sorry, Honey, I Have to Take This is a Delta Green actual play, so you can expect mystery mixed with cosmic horror. The characters are broken people who keep throwing themselves at the extra normal, despite it consistently breaking them and their lives further and further apart. They smile with gritted teeth as cyclopean horrors stride across far horizons, ready to move forward to try and stop the unspeakable thing with no real plan. For cosmic horror, leavened liberally with comedy, subscribe to Sorry, Honey, I Have to Take This.
Isn't there?
Okay, we're gonna chat.
Oh, okay, hell yeah, no, sounds good. No, every guest has an experience like this, though. It's rite of passage. Me when I look in the
plant check for the first
yeah! And you're wearing a perfect Bobbery shirt. I love this brand, by the way. I love rails. It's so cute. Yeah. Yeah. This is a nice
Aha!
Yeah.
That was
hell yeah.
not the
So
question
cute.
I had to ask you.
That's okay.
It was a different question. I understand
No, but I want to see
everything.
the terrarium too, though.
Okay, don't worry. Okay, so do we have the Antiques Roadshow?
We can.
Roll
That's
it
fine.
back.
That's fine.
Roll it back.
When it starts.
Be cool.
So funny.
We can be cool.
Be cool. I'm
We
not
can have
threatening.
fun.
Threatening. Oh, I adore her already.
Yeah, where's the rules?
Women's rights and women's wrongs.
This is so fun.
Because, Sarah, in this town, the library is a train.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. And,
Okay.
and the cars are organized by Dewey Decimal System. You know.
Ah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you knew that.
I did.
Yeah.
Always.
yes.
Marge lived there for like 6 months. She
Yeah,
knows
I'm
about the
familiar.
library.
Yeah, I love public transit.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have
And
to pay
public
for it.
knowledge.
Oh, and you don't Fox.
You don't.
Okay,
Foxglove.
see, this is what I'm talking about. Everything's a gift.
So true.
Yeah.
Sorry, who's got a good Italian family name that's not Medici? Because it's not the Medicis. Tucci's?
Canzones.
Gonzones?
Canzones.
Canzones.
As in Dominic Canzone for the Seattle Mariners.
Oh, sure.
Corso.